Shahram, I have to get back at you. When we make decisions that are not accepted by our surrounding, and we sit with ourselves, we do not know what the next step is. We think of the past, the examples we know, the things that worked. You are a person, I know from your story, you decided to not follow the path that you knew. You decided to halt that and figure out what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find the self-confidence? Where did you find the trust? Where did you find the patience to sit with the insecurities?
Mm. I think a few things. When you change, it was not for me a planned change.
Okay.
It was unpredicted. From one another day, I was in Holland. I lost my parents, so I had to survive. So the pressure was there, and it was me to have come into action. The second, to be lucky to meet right people. That was the second one. The third, the insecurity makes that you are going to overdrive. You are going to run to fix the things. That is one reaction. Some people, when feel insecure, they go inside and they are not very active. So everyone reacts in a way to a change. So when you are in a situation, you can do different things, and in my case, is overdrive.
That's your go-to.
That was my go-to. The second one, I was a pain in the ass because I asked lots of advice from people, and most of the time, some people came back to me. You always do whatever you want. Why you ask me for advice? Right? So I try to, when you look at the diversity, I don't want to ask two people with the same idea, same background for the same problem. I want to have different people with different angles, and it's on me to analyze and decide what to do. And also taking the consequences and not going to blame, the advisor was not good. The only person, it's about me. And I was really happy to, and also allowing yourself make mistakes. The day that I did not make a mistake is a lost day.
Wow.
And that what I'm saying is very, it's very bold to say that. Try to within the corporate life, do it. They kill you.
Yeah, they punish
As long
you.
as you good results, good numbers, you may have ideas. But there is not acceptable to make problems, to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So allowing yourself to make mistakes and learning every day and trial and error.
How do you, because I myself, as a very prime example, this podcast.
Yeah.
We tried to record it last time. My microphone was off. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Ruined it. Then I was like, I'll be honest. I messed up.
Yeah.
Can we redo it? You were a good sport. We're sitting here again. I myself get a lot of feedback from people when I'm making this stuff, is that, the quality is off, the sound is this. But I listen to the feedback. I'm like, nobody's talking about the content. And they're like, no, it's hard to consume the content because the quality is disturbing. A lot of people tell me to not make it until it's perfect.
Yeah.
I myself have set myself the challenge that the game that I am playing is whether I can have a good conversation or not. Can I be a good listener in the moment, and can I engage in these conversations and find the deeper layers of because the stories you tell are stories that look nice, but when I hear them, I listen and I'm thinking, okay, so this is a human being who went through experience of loss, of pain, of loneliness, of being abandoned, of abandoning his clique, of setting flames to his identity, rebuilding it. Where's the emotional journey? Where's the emotional layer in that? And how does one find the courage and faith that it's going to be okay? I can do this. I can set my life on fire, watch it burn down to the ground, and rebuild anew. Where do you find the emotional courage?
You can't do it in your own. You need other people. You need other people who think in the same way, who are loving you. You know, me as a corporate guy, I was a one-dimensional person. I had just only my brain, was completely detached from my body. You know, you have your heart and you have your sexual energy. I was completely disconnected with both two.
Wow.
I didn't let even people come too close to me. When you touch me, I feel very uncomfortable. And look at how many people are dealing with such a thing.
Yeah.
So I went through, I said, you know, having pleasure for me was an issue to accept the idea.
Oh, wow.
Allowing myself to having a pleasure and not a fake pleasure. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Pleasure from your head or really feeling your body. And by going through that process, I discovered there is more than what we can imagine with by our head. So it was, I had a few positive experience with when I go beyond my imagination. For many people is hocus pocus or it's difficult to accept or to allow. But if you yourself allow to have such an experiment and you it like a small tree, if you take care of that way of living, the tree will grow. And again, unfortunately, I had good people who allowing me to experience such a thing. Even within corporate.
Oh, wow. Thanks everybody who allowed Shahram and helped him on this journey. I think it's a beautiful answer to phrase it that having a nest of people that support you in that process is definitely one of the biggest cornerstones in rebuilding yourself. If I reflect on my own passage, most of the time the only thing I asked from my surrounding was trust that it will be okay. I do not know what's going on. I know it's messy, it's ugly, it's a complete disaster at times, but do you have faith in that I will land on my feet? I have it, and it would help me if you had it as well. And I think that's something we can ask for as well.
Yeah, you know.
Ask our friends, ask our family to have trust.
Yeah.
Because when people are concerned, in my case, I had to deal with a traumatized family because of my accident, because I almost died. They were traumatized. So if I would miss my alarm clock, they would think I was dying. And I had to really reinstall faith in them as well, to like, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to go and fall. And sometimes you scratch yourself and you bleed. But it's not like I'm a candle and if you blow, I will go out. It's not like that. So I think accepting our own fragility at the same time is a very important part of embracing our own strength. Because you cannot deny the pain in this process. Otherwise, it will be very lonely. You have to hide all of it, which I did for a very long time, and it was very lonely. But sharing that part and being able to talk about these things is difficult. I think where you're coming from, as you were describing yourself as a one-dimensional person, you went through a lot of change to be able to even look at it like that. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Thank you very much, Shahram.